basic pull del Riva, and then we're gonna switch to the pant grip. Just doing that for now, just to get everyone nice and warm, getting ready for a lot of pulls. So we're here, collar sleeve. We're gonna be making sure that if we're gonna pull on, so I like to pull here, foot to the same side as the collar. Generally, you don't wanna do that because guys that are quick are gonna be pushing your leg out of the way and going to the pass right away. So you kinda wanna like feint a little bit before you do the pull. I like to like kinda like set up like I'm going down and then come up when you're nice and tight to a del Riva before they have a chance to react. So your foot's going behind here, basic del Riva, and then extending collar sleeve, just like that, okay? So we just wanna do that, and then we're gonna get used to just pushing, pulling, extending, you know, like he's gonna let you stretch them out a bit, like stretch your leg out, yeah, and just fall over. Nice, perfect, just like that. Stretch them out, in and out, because you want to get used to being able to do that. Like really bringing their weight on top of you is a lot of the technique for today, okay? So just get through the pull for now. Nice del Riva pull. Make sure we're focusing on like getting a tight grip and that pant grip there. Doing our pull same as normal. Stop through. And just like see how I pulled there? Like he moved from way over there to here with my pull, because it's like you have to pull with like intention. You're pulling lazily, and any guard you're gonna have a problem because anybody that wants to like attack you first is gonna be able to get a pass if you pull lazily. So we're here, extend, bring our weight, bring their weight over us, and then bring it up over. So they're extending like that, hands on the mat, foot's on the hips strong, holding that there like middle thigh basically. This foot is swinging around and to the hip. So if you even want to come back a little bit, like walk yourself back. Like here's fine too, but just get that in there like that, nice and strong, making sure that we're not going over the knee line and not reaping. So, doing our pull here, stepping through, getting that pant grip nice and strong, extending the person out, bringing their weight over us, and then going up over our shoulder. So he has to walk on his hands basically to stay up. If he doesn't do that, he just falls over. You just take the sweep. That's nice and easy. Some people will do that. They'll just accept the sweep there. That's fine. But if you're in a competition or you're fighting someone like better than you, they're definitely not going to accept the sweep. They're going to be trying to walk out of it. They're going to be trying to base wherever they can. So we're going to use that to swim through with our leg, foot to the hip, foot still extending here. We still have our pant grip, still have our collar grip. Okay? So, legs on the same, stepping through, one del Riva, pant grip right away. So we're here, loading them up, extending over. So we're gonna get in here, we're gonna swim this through. Basically from here, we're just gonna be doing like a sit-up sweep. Almost like we're coming up for a single leg. We're just gonna be extending as much as we can here. And then this foot's gonna be coming to the floor to just help us prop ourselves up. If you have to let go of the collar, like you can let go of the collar to kind of like get yourself up. This grip, absolutely you cannot let go of. If you let go of this, the person's just gonna be able to get away from you. They're gonna be able to spin back to guard, and all this work is gonna be for nothing. So we're here. I like to just like kind of like push off, extending up here. So you have your collar, you have your leg, and you're basically just driving up and forward. So you still have these grips all the same, and then they'll give you like a number of different options. Like basically, some guys are gonna sit back to guard, some guys are gonna try to go to turtle. That's okay. We're not really worried about that. Like we have a lot of attacks from either of those positions. So just making sure that we come up with our grip strong and then pushing forward to finish the sweep. So here, extend, bring them over, extend them out here. Nice and like loaded up, legs coming through, and we're really gonna push as we come up for that single. So we're gonna drive so that he doesn't really have a choice. Pants and collar, driving through. If we keep those grips, a lot of the time we can go right to side. If not, we're gonna go to like a knee weave and they're gonna be in a horrible position. So these grips are very, very key here. That's why I keep yelling pants, pants, pants grip. Because if you only have the ankle, it's gonna be a lot harder to do that. People are slipping out of that. They're gonna be able to turn away and like whip their foot free. So right from the pull, right here, grip, stepping through. Pants immediately. Extend, load them up over our shoulder. Nice grips here, swimming through to the hip. And we're gonna be using that to push and come straight up to our knee and finish the sweep. I still have the exact same grips I got to once I pulled del Riva. We're coming up, apply the pressure, just get up on top for now, okay? So we've gotten to our guard, we've gotten our sweep, coming up, nice grips here, bringing them up, loading them over, bringing that through, we're extending. He's really up balance here. I feel good, I'm coming up. I'm driving forward. Okay, so we're just gonna go to guard. Yep, that's it. But like I said, and like we'll say every time, like with this sweep, like a lot of sweeps, you're not gonna end up in the same position every time. Be ready to attack the turtle if they turtle like that. Some people will, that's fine. We did work on a lot of like turtle attacks recently, so we're okay with that. But we're just gonna be coming up to our guard pass. We're gonna be cutting through. You can keep your grips the whole time with this. It's nice and easy. Like if you feel like they're doing a good job defending, you can switch to the inside grip like we like to do. Collar here, going to the arm, cutting through, getting our side control. We want to be coming up to a nice clean side control every time. Once we're here, we're going to be prying the hand off, and we're going to be going for old reliable, nice far side arm bar. As I'm sure my friend here has seen about 100 times. So we're here, bringing the grip in on the face, really keeping the arm nice and extended here. His hand's in the way there, that's probably not ideal. We can do a good job clearing it with our own knee, coming across to the arm bar. So I just want you to be sweeping, coming aside, and prying that arm for the far side arm bar. You have the side control grip, nice like head control. His elbow's trying to push off, whatever he wants to do, doesn't really matter here. We're just gonna force the arm down, get a good grip around the elbow here so that we can extend it before we even go. So we're nice and tight here, pushing on the face, switching to the belt, coming around. Everything stays nice and tight. So we're here, we get our sweep, load them up, over to the side. Every time it has to really like launch him up over your shoulders to the side here to make this work. Come in, pushing, driving up, he's sitting back to guard. Coming up to a nice position here. Keep our grips if we're able to. Makes it a lot easier to cut through. Just a nice knee cut here where we baseball slide our knee down, force him into a good side control. Still have our grips here. Now I'm gonna switch to a good head control position, coming under the elbow, bringing our knees in once we're there. He's gonna try to defend. I'm gonna pry the arm free here. Get under, up to the side, spinning to the arm bar. So for now, just for this step, add on the nice pass. If we're not getting the side control every time, we're gonna really focus on working through our pass. You can do either your knee cut that we've been doing, we can like do a nice little knee weave, it's okay either way. Just making sure that we get the side control each and every time so that we can attack that far side arm, okay? So from here, we're gonna be pulling again. We're gonna take a step back basically. So we get to our pull, we have our grip here, we're extending the person, we're loading them up. But we feel like their base is a little too strong. They're doing a little bit too good of a job of like keeping their base up. It's gonna be like a war to come up here. It's not really gonna be worth the effort to try to like push forward on this sweep. That's gonna happen. You're gonna have guys with like crazy good bases, just strong legs, make it hard for you to come up. So we're gonna load them up again. So come up over, get to my single leg X, but we're not gonna be going for that sweep now. We just don't feel like it's gonna work. They're just a little too strong. They're basing back a little too well. So just stand up more. Yeah. So from here, as he tries to step back into the guard to really like base up, we're gonna use that to sweep him this way. So he comes up, we have our ankle grip, we have the foot on the hip here, and all we're gonna be doing is switching this foot to the X on this side, this foot to the hip here. Just two little switches. Everything else stays the same. So we're gonna be doing that switch here. So from the hip and the leg to the far side hip, the foot's almost like blocking the hip here. Up here, heel into the hip on this side. And as we do that, we're gonna be driving our hips up and pushing down. So we have two options from here. We have the pants and the collar. If we feel comfortable with our like leg attacks, we can start entering into leg attacks from here. That's totally okay. There's a really good like ankle lock from here. I love attacking the legs, but more than that, I love being on top. It's just the best position. If you can be on top in a match, usually you're winning. Usually the best position to be. So from here, I'm just gonna bring that out and step right up and then enter back into our series, okay? So basically, this is for when we feel like that sweep's not gonna work. The person just has like too good of a base. They're fighting back. So like when we pull them over, we're here, they're doing a good job of stepping back in. So you get the single leg X, you're trying to extend, you're really trying to break them down there, but they're doing a good job. They're circling back, they're keeping their base nice and strong here. But that's good for us too, because it means they're gonna be predictable in their movement. So we can push them out as they come back in, switching to the inside here, to the hip here. Pushing, coming up. You should come up basically in this position. You can kind of cut through, drop the knee and cut through. But just be very careful here not to give up your back. There is like a risk of back exposure here. So you have to have a really strong grip here. That's why this grip is very important. Keeping this nice and tight, or swimming to the underhook if we want to pass like that. I don't like the wrist that either way, because there's some guys that are just magicians at getting to your back. You get in a position like that, guy's gonna be on your back, and you did all that just to have your back attacked. So from here, when I come up, the second I get the foot through and I'm on my way up, I'm just getting my foot out of there. It may mean that I have to like do a little bit more work passing the guard. That's okay. I would rather be in a safer position from the jump and then go from there. You still have your sweep points, you're still up, okay? So the key to this is keeping these grips, pushing and pulling, switching to our single leg X like we were. Just go back a little bit here, just go to the normal position. So I have them extended, hands down. So from here, what you'll have guys do is they'll like hand walk back into a strong position, which is good, which is like what you want. That's a good reaction. That's what they should be doing. It means they're like a competent person to be like, you know, doing the moves on. So you're here, switching this to the hip, switching this one to the hip on this side. So your legs are like basically crossed here. Using that, pull on this as you drive your hips up. So we're kind of like pulling him down, but driving our hips. And it's like a momentum-based move. You want to be doing that as he comes back to the strong guard position. Okay? So leave him here. Everything's the same. We extend, bring our foot up, but he's doing a good job. He's walking back, he's having a good base. So as he's coming back, like you'll have guys that'll come back and they'll try to like reset and stand up. That's where we want him. If he's trying to like move his way up to reset, we go in, we switch to the hip, and we drive. It's not gonna be pretty every time. This one definitely is not gonna be pretty every time. You're gonna have a different kind of fall, you're gonna end up in a different position. Key thing for me, get your foot out of there. If you don't feel comfortable diving for the pass right away with the underhook, just get that foot out of there, reset the combat base, reset to your knee cut, okay? Does that feel okay? Everyone good with that?